students, hope all of you are doing well. Welcome back to Computer Applications classes of class 9. Today we are going to do the next part of Basics of Operating System. Let us see what are the different topics that we are going to cover in this session. It is device drivers, types of operating system, some commonly used operating systems, and very importantly the file systems. Now let us see what is a device driver. A device driver is a group of files that enable one or more hardware devices to communicate with the operating system. Or you can say it is a bunch of files that helps the operating system to communicate a hardware device. Like suppose you have got a printer or a scanner. How do we install it? How do we work with that device? We get one software along with it, a software in the CD. So we have to upload it in our computer. We have to install it and then only we can use it. So that is a device driver. Now let us see why at all we require this device driver. The hardware that is installed on a computer requires different types of device driver or the hardware driver. Suppose printer driver cannot be used for scanner or for USB. So for them we require a special driver. So the device driver provides specific instructions for the operating system in order to work properly with the hardware device. You can see a flow of working, how it is working. From the application software, it is going to operating system, and from there the driver and then the device. So in this way, the workflow is there. Now let us see what are the different types of operating system we are having. First, single user operating system. The name itself resembles that it can support only one person or one user at a time. We can divide the single user operating system in two categories. One is single task operating system, another is single user single user multitasking operating system. When we are saying it is single task operating system, that means it can work a particular application at a time, like MS-DOS. How we can get that? That is there in a computer. You have to just write CMD in the run. You have to just write CMD. Just write CMD in the run option and then just press enter. You will get a black screen. I'll show you the command prompt in our coming slides. Okay. So, moving to single user multitasking operating system. One user but can deal with multiple applications like Windows 7 or Windows 8 that we use normally, where we can run a video as well as we can type some word, or we can listen to music, we can paint simultaneously. So that is single user multitasking operating system. Moving to multi-program operating system. It is multi-user and supports multi-programming. For example, Unix. At a time, more than one person can log in on a single operating system. Next, we have got time-sharing operating system. OS stands for operating system. Do not get confused with it. It uses time-sharing technique. Now, let us see what is this time-sharing technique. Each active user program is given a fair share of CPU time. If the time elapses or an IO operation requested, then the CPU shifts over the next job waiting and the previous program is put to wait. That means suppose A and B both are two friends and both of them want printer. Now when A has come, the CPU has told, okay, what we can do, we can give everyone 5 seconds. So first A will go do its printing job. The moment 5 seconds over, what it will be done? Even if its work is not done, that A will be taken out from their printer and ask them to wait. Meanwhile, B will go and print. So this way the time sharing has been done. For example, what type of some examples of operating system of time sharing operating system is BSD Unix. Then we have got real time operating system. What it does, this is basically used for rocket launching or satellite launching, where if the time elapses, if that last time, the final time is elapses, then the whole work cannot be done again. Means it has got some deadlines. So the job have fixed deadlines and have to be completed within those deadlines. For example, real-time Linux. Then we have got multiprocessing operating system, which is capable of handling more than one processor, as the jobs have to be executed more than one processor. So, for example, Unix. Now, what is distributed operating system? Distributed operating system is very interesting. What is done over here? Just to share the load, the workload, just to minimize the workload, what is being done? The server is connected to a number of servers, okay? And then the work is been divided. Like I have got 100 job. What I will do, I have got 10 more CPUs, 10 more servers. I will divide my job into 10 more CPUs or the servers. And then what I will do, so in this way, I don't have to do the whole 100 work. I have divided my work. They will do and they will return back the answer. And then I'll get the total one. So in this way, I am getting my maximum efficiency. I'm increasing my efficiency. And what are the operating systems that can be used for it? Are Unix, Linux. Now, we have got some more categories for operating system based upon their interfaces. Let us see what is interface. The way in which users communicate with the computer is actually an interface. We can divide out on the basis of interface. The first one is command line interface, that is CLI. What is this command line interface? It is actually displaying a prompt on a screen where user can type command. So anything they have to do, they have to first type the command and then only they will get it. For example, DDS or command DOS, okay, window DOS. Now you can see this black screen. So this is actually the command prompt. In our previous slides, I have told you, if you want to get the command prompt, you have to write CMD in your run option. So I'm again telling you, you have to just write CMD. So the moment you write CMD and press enter, then you will get this black screen. Hope this is clear to you all. Next, based on the interface, we have got one more category, that is interactive operating system interfaces, which allows users to give commands without typing the commands. So they just can give the commands using pointing, just by pointing or touching, okay. We have some more categories of interactive operating system interfaces. That is, first one is graphical user interface, and the next one we have got touch screen interface. Let us first understand about graphical user interface. Now, graphical user interface is basically can use a mouse to point and click objects on the screen. Okay, now let us have some features of it, like windows, icons, menus and pointers are the basic things of a graphical user interface, which makes it interactive. We also call GUI, that is graphical user interface, as WIMP operating system. Why we are calling it as WIMP? You can just focus over here. W for Windows, I for icons, M for menus and P for pointers, and that becomes WIMP. So they enable you to easily exchange information between the software using cut, paste, and drag and drop facilities. Very importantly, this GUI required lot of RAM as compared to the command line operating systems. Obviously, we are having so many options of drag and drop, menus, pointers. So obviously, it will take much more RAM as compared to DOS or the command line operating system. Now moving to touch screen. Touch screen, all of you know what is touch screen. I do not have to explain much more, right? So this touch screen, you can see the picture over here wherein a person is touching the screen. This where we can do over our phone, the laptops. Can we do it on laptops? In some HD one. Okay, we have got our smartphones, tablets, notepads. So it provides us the access via touch on the screen. So people use their fingers to select icons and options. Okay, for example, Windows 8, Android, all these operating systems are for touch screen interface. And let me just tell you the operating system used for graphical user interface. You can just have Windows 8, Windows 7, right? Okay, moving to next, some commonly used operating system. We have got Linux, Windows, BOS, that is Bharat Operating System Solutions, one type of Linux. Then Solaris, and Solaris is for Java and all. Then we have got mobile operating system. All of you know different mobile operating systems like Android, Symbian, Windows Phone, Apple iOS, RIM BlackBerry operating system, and many more. Now moving to file system. This is very important. Like whatever we store in our computer is all stored in a form of file. So when we are keeping the files, we have to organize it properly, right? So that is your file system. A file system defines the structure to store the files on the disk along with the rules that govern how a file would be read or written. So whenever the files are stored or any information that we are storing, that is kept in the form of file, and that file is kept with some organization, with some rules, so that how we should follow it, how we should get it, the file to be read or to be written, that is to be maintained. So in another way, we can say a file system is the part of operating system which is responsible for organizing and retrieving files from the storage devices. So it is very important part of operating system. You can just see in the picture that suppose I have got a folder 1, then is a folder 1A, folder 1, then subfolder 1A, then subfolder 1B. And inside the folder 1A, we have got file4.txt. So in this way, all of you know we can create folders and then subfolders, and inside the subfolder you can have some values, some files. Okay. So that structure is been shown over here. Understood? Now moving to what is the role of file system. I hope it is already clear that it is making your keeping of records very easy, organized way. So how to work on it? First, it is creating the structure of the storage device to store the file, which is very important. And very importantly, it helps to name the file system. So file naming conventions are very important. Format for specifying the path. And at last, it provides a way to access and retrieve the stored files. Now let us see how this file system is incorporated and helping the operating system to work. You can see the user applications over here. Over here you can see user applications, then this whole portion is actually working in between the file system, device drivers, operating system interface, and at the end again this is interacting with the hardware. Okay, this is bidirectional interaction. Some information is taken from the user and then again given back to the operating system. Okay, so this is all about your file system. Hope this is clear to you all. Now you can refer the Sumita Arora book of class 9 of computer applications. Thank you for learning and cooperating. Please try and understand all the concepts, whatever been explained in this session. If you have any doubt, please message me or call me. I'll explain and solve the worksheets that has been given to you. Hope the video was enjoying and fruitful. Thank you.